Have you ever noticed how a baby, even before speaking a single word, is already learning something about the world? Because from the very first moment, their brain is asking, is this place safe? Or should I be afraid? And how the world answers that question will shape everything about who they become. So if you care about raising emotionally healthy children, subscribe now. This series will take you stage by stage, from birth all the way to adulthood. And I promise, there will be no sugarcoating the brain at birth. So let's start at the very beginning. A newborn's main goal is not to learn manners, not to manipulate, and not even to test boundaries. Their main goal is survival and to figure out whether the world is safe. When a baby cries, it's not strategy, it's communication. The brain is sending signals of alarm because discomfort feels dangerous. Now, when a caregiver responds consistently, the baby begins to learn patterns. 1. Discomfort ends. 2. Someone comes. 3. I am safe. And that simple learning becomes the foundation of what psychologists call secure attachment. Because without this sense of safety, every later experience, from learning to relationships, is filtered through uncertainty or fear. Next is what secure attachment actually is. Secure attachment is often overcomplicated, but it's really simple. It means that when a child is upset, someone shows up in a way that calms them consistently. Let me be clear. 1. It does not require perfection. 2. It does not require constant attention. 3. It does require predictability. So when a baby experiences this pattern, distress, comfort, relief, they learn that the world is reliable. And over time, this becomes the foundation for trust, emotional regulation, healthy relationships, risk-taking, and recovering from stress. All because their first message from the world was, I matter and I am safe. How insecure attachment forms. But what happens when care is inconsistent? Sometimes comfort comes. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the caregiver is warm. Sometimes distant or distracted. When this happens, the baby's brain learns, I can't predict what happens when I express need. So the baby adapts. The adaptations can show up later as clinginess, avoidance, emotional shutdown, fear of rejection, overreaction to stress. And remember, these patterns don't start in adulthood. They quietly grow in the crib, long before we even realize it. Let's talk about the myth of spoiling a baby. Here's an important point. You cannot spoil a baby under 1 year old. Why? Because babies do not have the cognitive ability to manipulate. All they have is need. Therefore, responding to a baby's cries does not spoil them. Instead, it teaches that the world is predictable, their needs matter, and safety. Ignoring a baby, on the other hand, teaches inconsistency, fear, and sometimes mistrust. And a secure baby, one who feels safe, grows into a confident child and eventually a grounded adult. What a baby is really learning. In the first year, a baby is learning patterns, not words. Specifically, they learn how people respond, be it warmth, coldness, inconsistence, fear, and sometimes mistrust. And a secure baby, one who feels safe, grows into a confident child and eventually a grounded adult. What a baby is really learning. In the first year, a baby is learning patterns, not words. Specifically, they learn how people respond, be it warmth, coldness, inconsistency. Secondly, how to handle stress, could be soothing versus panic versus suppression. What relationships feel like, is it predictable, chaotic, comforting, or overwhelming? Lastly, whether the world is safe, secure, fearful, or confusing. So when care is consistent, babies learn calm, trust, and openness. When care is inconsistent, they learn anxiety, hypervigilance, or emotional suppression. And these patterns can last for years unless addressed. Here are the 4 attachment styles. Over time, these early patterns develop into 4 main attachment styles. We have the secure attachment, develops with consistent, responsive care. Babies explore freely, calm easily, and as adults, they are emotionally stable. Then the anxious attachment develops with inconsistent care. Babies cling, worry, and as adults, often fear abandonment and seek constant reassurance. Avoidant attachment develops with furthermore. There's the dismissive or distant care. Babies suppress needs, and adults struggle with intimacy. Lastly, the disorganized attachment develops with frightening or unpredictable care. Babies show contradictory behaviors, and adults often struggle with trust and regulation. These aren't labels to blame anyone. They are patterns we can understand, observe, and, if necessary, change. So what should caregivers actually do in this first year? No perfection needed. Focus on consistency. Always respond most of T. Keep your tone calm and predictable. Don't ignore the cry. Use physical closeness. Manage your own stress. Make sure you build reliable and consistent routines. Lastly, avoid comparing your baby to others. All of this teaches the baby that they are safe, their needs matter, and the world can be trusted. Here's how this shows up in adult life. Attachment patterns don't end in childhood. They follow us into adulthood. Adults with secure attachment. Communicate clearly, trust others, handle stress effectively, resolve conflict calmly, form healthy relationships. Adults with insecure attachment. Panic at separation, avoid closeness, shut down emotionally, overthink relationships, struggle with boundaries. So when you notice relationship challenges in adulthood, often it's echoes from infancy. The good news is, these echoes can be addressed. Now, the next question is, can attachment be healed? Yes, attachment patterns are not permanent. Because the brain is flexible, therapy, supportive relationships, emotional literacy, and conscious parenting can rewire old patterns. It requires patience, consistency, and time, not perfection. So the first year isn't about milestones. It's about safety. A baby who feels safe, explores the world, trusts people, grows into a stable adult. And the truth is simple. A child becomes secure when someone becomes dependable. If this episode helped you, subscribe to Growing Minds so you can follow the next episodes. Share this episode with anyone who is raising a child, caring for a baby, or reflecting on their own emotional patterns. Because understanding attachment early changes everything.